Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. So it's away we go then. Serginho. Roberto Carlos is flagged offside. Engages and forces him off the ball. That pass has been well intercepted. Now there's it's Baggio! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Roberto Baggio actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. He's trying his best to keep it in play here. And now they can spring out of defence. Neymar wins the duel this time. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. Neymar puts his foot on the gas. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Neymar.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. In Uli Hoeneß, Peter, I think we have one of Germany's greatest enigmas, one of the most decorated players, but it's a career plagued and cut short, unfortunately, by injuries.
I guess you could empathise with that, too.
Yeah, there's always that element of how good could he have been?
Despite it all, though, he did win 3 European titles and 3 league titles. He was a world champion, and all of that in 8.5 years, which says quite a lot about him.
Not bad. Lahm really needed to concentrate.
Shot a goal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase onto it. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Neymar. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Oh, that's neat. Oh, the movement is slick, piece. Luis Suarez! Serginho. And it's Neymar. Serginho. Now that's well seen too. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Roberto Baggio.
Well, Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Davids.
Barcelona have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Lahm. Hernes. Roberto Baggio.
Yeah, this kind of bold running will...
Terrific header! Goal! Barcelona! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Barcelona are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now.
Chance! It's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
He can run onto that. Cafu. Beckham.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He's going to be disappointed with that. Neymar. And Serginho. Serginho is offering some sort of an apology there.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Oh, that's fabulous. He's got tall. Now, who's going to be first to this? And that was very necessary. And here's Neymar. Foot in. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. That is a little undercooked. Luis Suarez. Beckham. And we've reached half-time. Barcelona head back in at the break after a first half that has been, from a scoreline point of view in any case, an even one. Both sides have contributed in equal measure, neither looking overly under pressure from the other. And at the break, glass half full, half empty. It's 1-1. Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Barcelona have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Davids. And here's Messi. Beckham looking to run onto it. And it's Neymar. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Roberto Baggio. And he's onside. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, the idea was right, the delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Roberto Carlos. Davids. Serginho. Can he latch on to this? Climbs up big! goal. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Changement en cours.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. That's what has to be done now, no question about it.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Oh, easy pickings there. Mbappe, great hit! He's done very well to get to that.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Changement.
Barcelona have their second corner now. And he was alert to it. Now the finish! Referee has taken his time, but it is going to be another corner. Corner number 3 coming up. Nice interception, well timed. Barcelona have now used up all but one of their substitution windows. Serginho. Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Nedved does really well to win the ball there. And it's Beckham. Cafu. Nedved. Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. Got a shot away! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. Serginho. And it's Roberto Carlos. Busquets makes the interception. David Villa. Oh, super fine. Mbappe! Should have equalised.
Mbappe was already celebrating in his head and probably still can't process how the keeper denied him. What a stop.
Corner number 4 coming up here. And he's taking no chances there. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Gerrard. And that interception was most necessary. They're up to 5 corners now. And that has been cleared. Aimed beyond the defence. Plays it in, and the finish! And the lead stays intact, just.
Oh, that could prove a pivotal moment in this match. They needed that goal badly, you know.
Changement. Le numéro 27.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Le numéro 19. Messi. le numéro 9. Beckham,
Davids,
le numéro 5.
and it's
Van
Ronaldinho.
Basten,
Nakata going face to face with his great rival.
le numéro 80. Ronaldinho,
Park
le
Ji-sung.
numéro
He
4.
cuts out the supply.
Iniesta, le numéro 21.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their
Fabio
commitment to
Cannavaro.
goals.
Attention, changement.
Busquets into the last 5 minutes. David Villa. Well timed, excellent interception.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Roberto
Il y aura
Carlos
4 minutes
is
de temps
sporting a
additionnel.
guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Mbappe. Well read, nice interception. Park Ji-sung.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he thumps it clear. And here's Iniesta. Great chance! And that is the last effort of the game. Barcelona can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Barcelona must
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. The action has already started. Pass is somewhat less than ideal.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
And it's Messi. Maldini with a definite foul there. Big header! And oh, he's got that completely wrong.
Oh, look, I don't want to sound too dismissive, but from here, that looked the harder thing to do.
That looks a good ball through. He's had a hit!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Pirlo, Mbappe, Bullet! Last-ditch defending, but that'll do.
Well, they won't be deterred from trying again, Peter. They have the bit between their teeth now.
And he welcomes it in. Well-timed, excellent interception. And they're not going to make any further progress now. That's been cut out, well played. Luis Suarez. Now it's Roberto Carlos.
Well, Peter, it's a joy to have a chance to watch one of the finest to emerge from the African continent, Samuel Eto'o. He backs up his goals with a really strong work rate, and he's always effective, whether...
Luis Suarez! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Suarez really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Oh, that's fabulous. Yeah, he's fouled him there. Quite squeezed that one through. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Now it's Luis Suarez. Just hits one! Goal! Barcelona! How very smart. He just got it right.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Barcelona have broken through. It's 1-0.
Look, he's the one...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Eto'o, can he put it away? He scores! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less. Paris Saint-Germain clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Paris Saint-Germain grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping. That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Messi, very much a man of this moment. Now it's Hullet. Oh, we expected better and so did he. Platini, chance here to counter. Oh, well played, well played. Rummenigge. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And he was quick to react. Lahm. And he's there to retrieve it. That's Busquets. Platini. Now it's Luis Suarez. Spread it left.
Footballing width usually identifies with running.
And the finish! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
Rummenigge! Rummenigge! Oh, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Luis Suarez.
Temps additionnel.
Oh,
Une
that was
minute.
expansive and incisive, the type of move to please any coach.
Driving forward, Rummenigge. And it's half-time here. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. A couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's one each. So there was the first half.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
Well, the scoreline indicates a pretty tight game, but there has been a lot of action in it, and it has been an exceptionally good watch. The score at half-time, 1-1.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 90.
So we're into the second
Le
45.
numéro 14.
Now it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, important interception. Suarez is fouled. Referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Well, this looks probably... He's gone for goal! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Mbappe. Threads one in. Nice ball, and the shot! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught napping. Luis Suarez! They've got to be quick to recover this. And he's following up! Neither of these two want to come off second best. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Busquets engages and forces him off the ball. Paris Saint-Germain applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Vieira. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Spread out to the left. Araujo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Roberto Carlos. He can run onto that. Oh, Red, nice interception.
72
Chiellini
306.
calmly anticipates. It's a little off target. He's played him through. He is through here. Shapes to shoot. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Roberto Carlos. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Ball is over the line.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 9, Eto'o. Le numéro 21,
It's ended up in
Pirlo.
no man's land.
Le numéro 10,
David
Messi.
Villa.
Le
And that's been
numéro 7,
intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Totti. Changement en cours.
Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And here's Romario. Romario. That has been knocked clear. Decent hit! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! And the comeback is complete! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Paris Saint-Germain take the lead.
Yeah, they deserve great credit for turning things around, but they'll now need the defensive resilience to equal that attacking flair.
Mbappe. Ernest. That has not gone well. Thinks one through. 75 minutes played.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment.
Mbappe. That'll be a corner. Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Attention, changement.
They've played it short. That is lovely. Cruyff did well to stay calm there. And here's Mbappe, closing in on goal. And they can counter here. And he's intervened well there. Barcelona must do something here, and very quickly.
Look, their path is set. They have to take risks in every situation now.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Romario. Roberto Carlos. Mbappe. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. There's no flag. He's chance! Sticks it away! They have stolen level at the last! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Temps additionnel.
Roberto Carlos. That's shooting chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
And here's Roberto Carlos. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. This interception, his positioning was spot on.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Maradona. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And that's that. A good watch, a really good watch. Both sides toiling to try and outthink, outsmart each other. But it wasn't to be, and they're all square. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Barcelona certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. As you can see, we've already started here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Messi. And it's Cruyff. He's going for goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Gets his head to it! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Cruyff. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, Red, nice interception. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Busquets does really well to win the ball there. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And it's Luis Suarez, spread out to the left. Neymar, drilled in low. That's going to go a long way. And they're back on the ball again. Little pass back. Pirlo producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game, but he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
Surlot. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Surlot. Has a goal! And he's there to get it away. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Luis Suarez, very much a man of this moment. Neymar.
Oh, really well played. They've certainly set out to cause a problem or two down that left flank. Neymar clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Well, the defence have two choices, deal with the man or deal with the space.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off.
Suarez, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Barcelona still without a single shot on target. Played back in. Vieira. Surlot, and he's on his way! Driving forward.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Nicked it back promptly, dinked through. Schmeichel clears. Now it's Surlot. Busquets. And it's Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Roberto Baggio. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba. Pinches it off him. Hernes. Lahm. And here's Suarez. Gerrard. Busquets. And here's Suarez. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Big header! Goal! Vasco da Gama! A goal at a really telling moment. What a great header, got plenty on that.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now and the other has to tone it down.
Surlot has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Odo. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
It's Pirlo. The pass is intercepted. And here's Bash. Shot a goal! Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Roberto Baggio has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Gently done. And we've reached half-time. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Senhoras e senhores, pedimos sua atenção para as informações fornecidas pela polícia local no telão. Substituição no time do Vasco da Gama. Camisa 9.
That gets things going for the second half.
Substituído pelo jogador.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Heads it! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And that was very necessary. Pirlo. Chiellini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Barcelona come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, delightful ball. The message is clear, none shall pass. Mbappe going face-to-face with his great rival. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he thumps it clear. And he's quick to snatch it back. Odo has created one goal already. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, nicely intercepted. Barcelona still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And here's Suarez. Luis Suarez! Oh, this is a great position. That's a sharp pass.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's clear cut, it's a free kick. Barcelona can make their change now with a break in play.
Vasco da Gama are totally dominant in the middle of the park. And no...
Tries a shot! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
substituição no time do Vasco da Gama.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact.
Camisa 44. Deixando o campo para a entrada dele.
Barcelona
camisa
have,
15.
after this, one
Camisa
further opportunity
25.
to make a substitution.
Substituição em andamento.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Maldini. Messi might just make this. And it's Lahm. Nice ball, and he's in here. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Now it's Messi.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Cafu is wide and looking to get onto this. Oh, what a climb! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Half an hour gone in the second half.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, shooting chance! So close to drawing level.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
He saw the danger and he went crashing in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Vasco da Gama have the chance to go the other way. Neatly clipped into space. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Ronaldinho. Barcelona are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
It's a good ball played into space. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Gerrard. Lahm. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And here's Hullet. He's cut it out. Koller. Busquets.
Foram
It's
indicados
Nedved.
2 minutos de
It's the sort of
acréscimo.
situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
That has been cut short. Vieira. 2 minutes to be added on. That's that, the end. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
Senhoras e senhores,
How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the way the manager has stormed down the tunnel lends itself to an almighty telling off for such a timid, docile display.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.